I'm trying to talk about scales. These are just the scales that I find most useful. Let me know what you guys like to use down in the comments. The first scale we're going to talk about is the major scale. Of course, we're talking about the major scale first because it's the foundational scale in Western music, and everything either comes from it or is compared to it, just like every other scale in this video. The formula for a major scale is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my intervals video. The scale is great for playing over major chords, specifically the 1 chord. There are other scales inside of the major scale. These are called modes. I prefer to think of them as separate scales in application because that tends to work out better for me instead of thinking about everything as just the major scale. So the next scale is Dorian, which is the second mode of the major scale. The first one is the major scale, also called Ionian. The formula for Dorian is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. Dorian is great for playing over minor 7 chords, specifically the 2 chord. The next mode I want to talk about is Lydian, which is the 4th mode of the major scale. The formula for Lydian is 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. It's used to play over the 4 chord or other major 7 sharp 11 chords. You can also play it over the 1 chord. The next mode I want to talk about is natural minor, also known as Aeolian, which is the 6th mode of the major scale. The formula for natural minor is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. It's obviously great for playing over the 6 chord, but also great over playing the 1 chord in a minor key. And the last mode I want to talk about from the major scale is locrian. That's the 7th mode of the major scale. Great for playing over half diminished chords. The formula for locrian is 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. If you're liking this video and you want more, I am offering private Zoom lessons, so contact me at cabbageguitar@gmail.com and we'll get something set up. Okay, next we got the blues scale, which you guys probably already know how to play. There's 2 versions of this scale. There's the major version and the minor version. They're actually the same scale, just starting on a different note. So you can think of them kind of as being modes of each other. So the formula for the minor blues scale is 1, flat 3, 4, sharp 4, 5, flat 7, 1. The formula for the major blues scale is 1, 2, flat 3, 3, 5, 6. The major you can use to play over dominant chords. You could play it over the 1 chord in a blues. The minor blues scale you can play over dominant chords and minor chords of different varieties. Okay, next that brings us to melodic minor, which is a really great scale. It's got a lot of tension in it. I really like using it. The formula for melodic minor is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's pretty much a major scale with a flat third. You can play it over minor major 7 chords, or you can play it over other various minor chords. So melodic minor also has modes. And the first one that I like to use besides melodic minor itself is called Lydian dominant, and it's the 4th mode of the melodic minor scale. The formula for Lydian dominant is 1, 2, 3, sharp 4, 5, flat 7, 1. So it's the same as Lydian, but it has a flat 7. Now this is going to be played over dominant sharp 11 chords, or non-functional dominant chords, meaning that it's not the 5 of the next chord. The next scale I want to talk about is locrian natural 2, which is the 6th mode of the melodic minor scale. The formula for locrian natural 2 is 1, 2, flat 3, 4, flat 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. So it's the same as locrian, it just has a natural 2. This chord is great for playing over half diminished chords. Bill Evans liked to use this one a lot. And one of my favorite scales to play is the altered scale. It's the 7th mode of melodic minor. I like to think about this with the extensions. So you could think about it as 1, flat 9, sharp 9, 3, sharp 11, flat 13, flat 7, 1. This can be played over functional dominant chords, meaning that it is the 5 of the next chord. So the last scale I want to talk about is the diminished scale. It's a symmetrical scale with 8 notes. There's actually 2 versions of this, the whole half and the half whole. The way to think about it is that it's just a whole step and a half step, whole step, half step, repeating. That would be the whole half. Half whole is just the opposite of that. It's half step, then whole step, half step, then whole step. Over fully diminished chords, we can use the whole half diminished scale. The half whole diminished scale works great over functional dominant chords. The cool thing about this scale is that it's symmetrical, so we can play the same fingerings up or down 3 frets and it'll still be within the scale. That makes it really great for playing sequentially or in sequences. Okay, now let's take these scales and put them into context of some chord progressions you might find in the wild. there you have it, folks. That's it for this one. Hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments what scales you guys like the most.